Hello, welcome back to yet another journal with me, Felonious the Wizard. What has taken me so long? Well, first of all, 3 weeks ago I started to work again after being away for 8 months. That took a lot. And then I got sick last weekend, of course. Yeah. Well, if you haven't had a cold in 8 months, sooner or later it's going to hit you like a tornado, and so it did. I was totally flat for 1.5 days. I went to bed on Saturday night and wake up again on Monday morning, just so I could just sick leave, phone in sick and go to bed again. So I haven't done much. I am still working on the last bits and pieces of Filen, which from now on is not going to be called Filen County, it's Filen Town. Mainly because county is actually, both in UK, Australia and US, bigger area. And if it's a big area, then Filen is actually part of a county. It's not its own county, it's a commune or municipal. And I thought, well, never mind, let's call it Filen Town. You are driving around in Filen, that's it. But we are not in Filen now, are we? No, we are in Turkey. We are in one of my favorite maps, Hasanseyh, which I'll probably call Hassan from now on. And the reason is because I like this map. It has the same simplicity thing around some of the things that I have. And I want to see if there's anything new. I haven't updated it, so if you guys on the Hasanseyh Map has done any upgrades, I haven't seen them. So we are going to drive a line 720 from the airport, which is that building over there. I can't see the aircrafts. And it's half an hour down to, I think, downtown city. Not totally sure. Never mind, we just drive around anyway. So while we are doing that, not for half an hour but almost, I am going to upgrade you a bit on the OMSI and some things that has happened. First of all, I want to shout out again to my friend Mantalo, Amiga Parody here at YouTube. He's been driving 1.5 hours just to make sure that I get something happens with my recordings. I don't understand what. Well, you never know. So he's been doing that, thankfully, and that's why I am now that's why I am now doing what I do. I have redone everything when it comes to the timetables and stuff, because we need to do that. It didn't fit. This was a tight corner. If ever, I'm turning as much as I can. But my cursor is on the other screen, so it's harder to see. There we are. Need to see my things here. Now let's see. 720 straight ahead. Now these guys who's built the Hasanseyh Map has made their own signs and stuff, buildings mostly, and that's nice. But one of the things that I was determined not to do was to do that. Well, we are going to make signs. Mantelov is doing that. And that's one of the good things to have him around. I have no idea how fast I need to drive, and I have no idea where the next bus stop is. Hopefully I'll get the point of that. Let's see, does it say 120? There's no way you can get these old trucks up to that. Good. So I've been doing a lot of those stuffs. Oh, look at that barrier on my right. That's one way of solving the problem, but it doesn't look as good as if it were a complete spline. Well, nevertheless, that's how they do it, right? So I've been doing and redoing and doing and moving and stuff. And the reason I'm doing that is actually, well, you can be as picky as you want, but when Mentalo points out that that might be good to change, I think I just have to agree with him and do the job. Sorry, I still do have some coffee left. So I'm doing that. I am really doing that. Oh, this is this nice little road here. Why driving 50 when you don't need to? So the build as such has been standing still. And then I got some help that I really didn't know that I needed from another guy, Cloud McAlley from Italy, who is actually doing work on a big, when I say big in this case, I mean humongous. Man, this is not a racing car. I mean, he's got like 38 kilometers of road from one end to the others. That's 20 miles, folks. That's a lot. In OMSI, it's too much. And he's working on that. And he wants us to help me. I mean, come on, man. It's you who needs the help to get building. I asked him if there's no chance that I can be driving that map before I die, and he says no. So that's how it is. But it was very good done, and he's one of those who's good at it. He has learned a lot, and he was glad to help me with something called terrain splines. To be totally honest, I didn't know that it existed, and it's the gang from I don't remember if you remember the Hasanseyh Map. It was those guys, Blue Screen and the other one, who had made something called, hold it, don't go out into the it broke again. I don't understand. Good morning, good morning. There is something when... Oh, I do. You can få hur mycket pengar du vill. You can get any money you want, man. Okay, every time I'm opening the doors, something is happening to my recording. Well, I really don't like that. I'll fix that and be back just in a jiffy. Okay, just switching the system. It's the easiest way. Right. Now I totally lost it. Cloud McAlley, yeah. These terrain splines that you can put underneath the ones that you're using for driving. That means you can level the ground pretty hard and then put other splines on top of them. If you want to do some really strange crossings and stuff, the same goes there. You can do it with these ones. And I really like that one.
Eine normale Fahrkarte.
Jawohl.
Einen normalen Fahrschein.
Guten Morgen, guten Morgen.
Einmal normal. Danke.
So, with those you can do strange things and strange crossings. Well, we'll see how I'm going to do it, but I will start using them for the new lines, the 480 that I've started, because underneath that 480, that is actually 3 lane wide, I really need to have it more leveled, and I need to have not grass in between the lanes as I have it now. I want to have it with asphalt, tarmac. Am I going the right way? I have no idea. Just drive on. This is why I mean that Hasanseyh is actually very much alike the Thailand, because we are driving out in the country. But I now see they don't have that much ups and downs that I have. So then I don't know if they also use the same types of cars like the Merlin ones, or if they have made any additions. I haven't checked that, but I have to do that as well. In the real world, however, something else has changed. They have been... Now, I started with 415, 416 mainly because it's actually one of the dullest to drive in where I work and live. And besides that, nothing ever changed on the Halle route. The driving to Halle, the only thing that might be adding is more people riding in your bus, mainly because we do get a lot of immigrants. And they are also moving to Halle, but that has also changed while I've been sick. And that old shack that people are sitting in, let's see, I think it's down at the old post office, that has been changed. It's a very new, modern hut over there. They have changed the speed limits on some spaces. I was totally flabbergasted when I come driving my bus, and suddenly realized that I have released the throttle way too early. Normally I'm doing the green stuff, you know, eco driving, and when you eco drive you just release your throttle a bit earlier so you could just roll all the way up to the sign. Suddenly I was way off with like 400 meters, quarter mile, and I was thinking, what have they done? Why are they putting top speed through this crossing? This is not good. But I'm not the security officer, so I shouldn't say anything, I suppose. But well, what should I do? And then I was also thinking about my Thailand map. I have to do that too. And now I read in the news we get now and then that they are going to change and rebuild one of the coolest, one of the, come on, it's red. One of the coolest ways to drive a bus, according to me that is, you should go down to a school parking lot and you should go around the parking lot with your big bus, and of course you're going to let off passengers, only letting off. I was thinking, are we not going to do that anymore? Hello. That's not good. I want to do that. So I was just thinking that perhaps I should, don't mind the bollocks. I'm not going to rebuild that one. That is too cool to just keep on doing. So perhaps not. Well, this is how it is. But we are going to, and we are now in week, hard to see, but I think it's week 10, right? Yep. And I can tell you that I will release Thailand at the end of week 11 somewhere. I have only the timetables, and then I want to do a special version, that's beta 102, for my beta tester gang, where I give them something extra to look at, or use, I should say. And then I will do the normal beta 0 103 and release it on the forums. We are not going to test it any further. There is a lot of things that should be done later on, but all that little tiny pieces and bits and stuff, you really don't need to put that on a VIP. I mean, if it is work in progress, then it is work in progress. Man, do I love this map. Can you feel the smoothness when you drive? It's so nice. Yeah. And they're also using the same trees all the way, just putting them down. How nice. Now we're getting into something more elaborate. Okay. Oh, they have that types of sign to warn for a crossing. Now that's cool. We don't have that. Oh, we should be over there. 713, 720. I don't see a thing. Uh-oh, and then you have the bus stop right after the corner. Now, isn't that nice? And I always want to line up. Don't really like this. Let's see. Now this is a technical stuff. This is something that you just want to do. And if I had the wheel, I haven't the wheel, I'm driving with my mouse at the moment. If I had the wheel, then it's no biggie. No problem at all. Why is it still red? Thank you. We follow the lines a bit. You can't really keep driving too fast. And then we have our... Yeah, I knew it! I knew it! And they are out walking. Tough one there. Hassan gang.
Hallo.
Hello.
Ich hätte gerne eine normale Fahrt.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's it. Right, now we're going out on the roads again. And that's a little strange road. Just a roundabout or something, I suppose. Well, we'll just drive along. Now, we have driven approximately half of it, so I suppose I have recorded 15 minutes. Now, they have made their own buildings, and that's cool. But I say it again, you really don't need that. Unless you really want to, of course. It's a long way to go. Right, well, I shouldn't be bothering you with the Hasanseyh Map and more, but I will drive this one more, I can tell you that. And I will finish this one off, and then I'll be getting back to, well, today is Saturday, so I don't do much more of my filing. I have already made 1.5 hours on it, but I thought that, why, I should probably tell you guys what's going on there. Oops.
Hallo. Ein Fahrschein bitte.
Did I just drive up your ass? That
Eine
wasn't.
Tageskarte, bitte.
That wasn't nice. Come on. Sounded like a Danish. Come on. Yeah. Det går sgu godt. Doobie. No, they got the old cars. I see now it's an Opel Manta, and here it comes. Doesn't even bother to see what I'm doing. Now these houses might actually be from Eastern Germany or something, but the one on the right most likely was homemade. And those rails, I really want to have those rails, but I want them as splines. So I'm going to look for it, I can tell you that much. Oh! I'm not allowed to go here. I'll do it anyway. Right, at the end of the week I will release it. I will do a video so that you know. Whoops, we should probably keep on being here. Thank you very much. So you will see what I have been doing, and yeah, that's how it is on the 12th of March 2016. Nice sign, I really like that. Here we have another petrol station. The Total Mac. Okay, we don't have those in Sweden. I also see they have some problem with the terrain. But they usually make most of it flat. That's cool. I wonder how they did those mountainy stuff. Those things you should really have something fun with. Right. Okay. Bye.